So Sierra was on Keisha Keyword and she had said something and I wanted to hear. And then I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna go to YouTube and check out the full clip.
So are you gonna have a prenup with him? And this is a real question. And I'm gonna tell you what I think once you answer me.
You know, I just feel like let's just even take him out of the situation, right? Let's just say marriage overall, because we're engaged right now.
Yes.
You know, we're just engaged. So in a marriage, I feel like when it's God sent and heaven sent, and you know that that's the person truly who God sent for you, then it should not be any type of paperwork involved, even though I feel like marriage is still like a business.
So are you gonna have a prenup with him? And this is a real question.
Why do you feel that way? Let's go. Let's
I gave my opinion. I talked about, but that's one relationship I did not talk about. That was the one relationship that literally almost took me out of here.
What?
Yeah.
And he takes a lot of credit for your success.
And you know, my mom kind of got in it as well. I look like my daddy. I'm shaped. Bother. But now I feel like she's coming into it like, okay, let me
your entire leg like that, Sierra.
Because I like tattoos.
You're gonna, because tattoos hurt.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the other stuff that come with it. I don't wanna build my marriages off of that. Like I don't wanna be prenup this, even take him out of the situation, right? Let's just say marriage. I feel like because we're more like family, remember,
It'll
like
be
okay. I feel like, excuse me, I'm sorry. But because I've been knowing him since we were younger.
It don't matter though.
It don't, because it's still a business. I know. But I feel like if it does come to that, we'll be able to break apart gracefully.
So are you gonna have a prenup with him? And this is a real question. And I'm gonna tell you what I think once you answer me.
You know, I just feel like let's just even take him out of the situation, right? Let's just say marriage overall, because we're engaged right now.
Yes.
You know, we're just engaged. So in a marriage, I feel like when it's God sent and heaven sent, and you know that that's the person truly who God sent for you, then it should not be any type of paperwork involved, even though I feel like marriage is still like a business, you know what I'm saying? Because all of the other stuff that come with it. I don't wanna build my marriages off of that. Like I don't wanna be prenup, this. But what I will tell you is that me and Xavier have had this conversation, and he told me like, whatever you want to do, like come on, get it. Like if that's what we need to do to make us be okay and solidify what we got going on, let's do it.
You want my honest opinion?
I do.
I'm married. I am in love with my husband. Like my husband is my world. However, a lot of marriages don't work out, especially you're in the limelight, especially when there's millions involved. It's just so much easier to part ways. Just as a backup. Like I don't feel like you guys are going to get a divorce. Like you can't think like that. It's kind of like having a will and a trust. You don't want to die. You don't think you're going to die, but God forbid it's going to happen one day. You have to set yourself up for that because you don't. And it's not about Xavier. It's just about life. You don't want to marry someone. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you go into marriage with $1 million. Your husband comes in with $100,000. Now you're divorced. You lose everything. It's not smart.
It's not worth it.
But don't feel like, oh, I'm going to have him sign a prenup. I don't love him. Or I'm setting up myself to fail because I'm putting this out in the universe. No, it's just you have to be smart. You have to be smart about things in life. If that's the case, then why would you have do you have a trust? Why would you have a trust?
But you know what? I'm really a girl's girl. Like I really enjoy like conversations like this. I'm for the girls.
Sometimes you need advice.
You need advice. You need advice.
I didn't know what to do either.
I love that. And I really appreciate you giving me that advice because in life you go on and it's like, okay, you think you know it all, but you don't.
It's a safe net.
It's a safe net. You're right.
It's a safe net. And sometimes a prenup might keep you together. Because it's like, I ain't gonna get shit anyway.
Might as well say yeah.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, it works both ways. And it's you could be dating a guy that's worth more than you and he want a prenup, now you're offended. People get offended. Did you see the episode with Candy and Todd when she wanted that prenup?
No.
You never saw that?
I never seen that.
Todd had to sign that prenup the day of the wedding. Because he never signed it. And Candy was like, you're going to sign this prenup. And I felt bad for him. But she's right. I've built this legacy for all these years. I cannot just walk away and give it to you. And nowadays, men, they want spousal support. It's not like back in the day, honey, where you just get everything. Nah, I saw Beyonce's mom husband. He wants money from her. They want money from the women now because a lot of women in the relationships are the breadwinners nowadays, unfortunately. That's what's happening. So that's my advice.
No, thank you. Thank you.
It's not unfortunate. It's not unfortunate that women are the breadwinners. That should mean that the women should be dictating what's going on with their money, meaning that to me, you are in the better position. You can say what you want to about men having to pay child support and all of that, but men are still in the better position when they're the ones with the goddamn money. Like that doesn't change the fact that he's the one that has the ability to make the most money in the situation. You know what I'm saying? In most situations. Now, when a man has been a stay-at-home dad or some shit like that, I feel like you should have to do the same thing that you would do with a wife. I do. But essentially, I still feel like if a woman has like almost died to have a child, you still not putting in the same amount of physical labor and work that I put in on top of the fact that I'm making the money. Like I really shouldn't have to give you anything if you're the man in this society and I actually went and had the baby and I'm the one that got the money. Like that just seems like a lot to me. I'm just saying, me personally. I also feel like they should have a prenup because they're entering into the situation with her already having this corporation. And honestly, child, if I had a whole bunch of shit, I would have had a fucking prenup too, because it would have just been to stipulate, hey, we gonna cut it down the middle. You get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. And then if anything happens, we don't have to argue about it. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like I don't know if Sierra said if she was gonna get one or not, because it didn't really seem like she answered the question. But I also want to say that him saying that he don't care don't mean nothing to me. Him saying that, oh, I don't care, we could do it, we could not, that don't mean nothing to me, because a lot of times them niggas don't really be thinking about that stuff, especially if they're a street dude. If they're a street dude, they don't really give a fuck about none of that. They don't care about none of that because they don't think you're gonna leave. They don't think you're gonna leave, girl. They not thinking about that. So even though I understand where Sierra, I really don't. I'm sorry. I don't understand where she's coming from when she says she feel like when God is heaven sent and God sent and all of that, that means you don't get a prenup. Girl, that's that fairy tale shit I be telling y'all about with Sierra. Sierra is always in fairy tale land, girl. And it's sad because that's not a good place for any woman to be in when you always in a space of acting like a damn fool over a man because you think it's a fairy tale. And it's not. I.e., Jennifer Williams' fiance arrested a week before their wedding after violating probation. Neighbors get into this. Jennifer Williams definitely knows how to pick him. Her fiance, Christian, was just sentenced to 15 days in prison for violating his probation. This is all coming a week before their wedding. According to TMZ, he violated his probation by failing to pay the $12,500 in restitution and for traveling out of the country without permission. So y'all remember when he and Jennifer were on Carlos' show, he said he paid the restitution. Seems like that was a lie. Hold up, y'all. This shit too tight on my head. I can't take it no more. Hold up. Ooh, girl. It was too tight, girl. It's too tight. It's too tight. And with the headphones, girl, it's too tight. It's too tight, girl. It's too tight. All right. These are from Amazon, though, y'all. These are like that good stretchy material. I like them. I like them. It's too tight for these headphones right now, girl. Okay. I'm sorry to pop in y'all ear like that. I know a lot of y'all hate that. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Christian was taken into custody at Georgia's DeKalb County and apparently will serve 2 days and then be released. So he's out already. So that they can walk down the aisle. Their wedding is currently scheduled for September 14th, which is 4 days away in Paris. He was granted permission to travel out the country for the nuptials. Right after the wedding, he has to return to jail to complete his 13 days. They must have a good attorney. This is also crazy. Christian's probation stemmed from a 2018 case where he was accused of false imprisonment by an ex. He wasn't just accused. He was convicted of false imprisonment, and based on what he admits to, he did stop her from leaving, which is false imprisonment. Girl, so you still gonna marry him and then y'all gonna go back home and he gonna go to jail and he still hasn't paid? I wonder, did she know that he hadn't paid the restitution? I don't know if Jen has talked since this, but I'm absolutely wondering, and I'm gonna come to the comments. I'm wondering, did she know he didn't pay the restitution? Because he said he paid the restitution on Carlos' show. So instead of paying $12,000 in restitution, you paid for a $200,000 wedding. Mm. It's giving stupid. It's giving dumb. I'm wondering what's going on. Girl, I'm wondering what's going on. I really did not care about this until now. Okay? Now I want to know. She paid. So she paid his restitution. Girl, I thought he had money and he couldn't pay the $12,500 restitution, even though you said he makes his own money. She gonna be just like Tamar. She gonna be just like Tamar on the internet telling us that we was all right all along and she should have listened.